thought, where's my next meal going to come from? Or, I don't know if I can pay to feed my family. Most of us in the world never even have to think about that. So it's kind of hard sometimes to switch our brains and think, maybe some people do go to bed hungry. Maybe some people can't feed their families. But here in Oxford, some people are working to change that. I'm Jordan Richmond, and I'm a student at the University of Mississippi, and I'm a volunteer at More Than a Meal Oxford. More Than a Meal is a nonprofit organization that works to feed the hungry of Oxford, Mississippi. So More Than a Meal is a program that meets once a week, every Tuesday. They provide hot meals for people who just really don't often know where their next meal is going to come from. They feed around 120 people every single week, and it's not always the same people. 120 people. I see that many people in a day, and that's how many they're having to provide meals for because they can't do it themselves. More Than a Meal has been around since 2009, and it provides the nutritious meals, but also so much more. More Than a Meal partners with a lot of local organizations here in Oxford to provide other kinds of services to the people who receive the meals. The services that have been provided are eye screenings, health checks, simple financial planning, and even flu shots. Because those are things that you would never think about, but if you can't afford food, you definitely could not afford to get a flu shot, which is crazy to even think about. But More Than a Meal also provides hygienic products and toiletries to the families who come. Every other week that they do it is a pass-out week for these toiletries. And the children that come can be read to, they can get help with their homework, and there's always a craft or a game. So, why does this matter? Why should More Than a Meal be a program that you invest in or that you consider volunteering for yourself? Why does it matter? If I'm not affected by hunger, then why should I care? It's so easy to think that way sometimes when things don't directly affect you. But it really does. When something affects your community, it affects you. So, in the world, there are 795 million people with food insecurity. And that seems so far out there. But then, just in our country of the United States, 1 in 6 people have food insecurity. They go to bed maybe hungry so that they can feed their children, or they just don't buy anything at all. And that still seems out there because it's the United States. There's so many people. But then, in the state of Mississippi, 25% of Mississippi residents go to bed hungry or don't know where their next meal is coming from. There's 2.9 million people in the state of Mississippi, 25% of those, but that's still a wide range. But then, just in the city of Oxford, there's 23,000 people. They're included in that 25%. So 25% of the people who live in this small town could potentially go to bed hungry. That is why More Than a Meal matters. More Than a Meal is more than just a meal.